Welcome back, Kickback Crew. And today is a special episode because we have our guest. Say your name. Go ahead.
Sandoval. Hi, thank you for having me.
Woo! We saw that you were on TV.
Yeah,
How was that?
That was actually really traumatizing.
Really?
Yeah, it was fun, but
What was the TV show?
it was Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento.
Ah.
You saw Don Cheto?
I did.
You saw Don Cheto?
He
No
eliminated
way.
me.
He eliminated you?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't respect him no more.
Oh, no, I hate
Nah, we have to, bro. He's
Nah.
like
Forget
a
that
Mexican, like icon, bro. We
Not no
can't,
more.
bro.
What happened? Like, how'd you get into it? Like, how'd you get on TV? Was it hard or not?
Okay, so the process is like you have to audition for it. You have to send a video and audition for it. And then from there, like if you hear back, then that's when you know it's like a callback kind of. So I auditioned for it. I didn't tell anyone in case I didn't make it. So I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I auditioned for this, but I never heard back. So I auditioned for it, didn't tell anyone until I got a call from them. And the first call I actually missed. So I didn't get to answer because I was still asleep at that time because they called early and I sleep in on the
Don't
weekends.
lie. They called like at one in the afternoon.
Nah, it was like 8 in the morning and then I didn't see it and I tried calling back and they were like, okay, like when she's in, like she'll call you back. She never called back. So I was like, no way, I missed it. Like I was so heartbroken about it. And then I told my parents like, oh yeah, like I auditioned for this show and they were like, what, when, like why? And I was like, what do you mean why? Like are you guys
What do you mean?
you guys were my parents were the ones that were like, you should go on this show because sometimes like when I'm home, like I'll sing, right? Because my dad likes música ranchera. He's the one that got me into it. And so like I started singing, but I've had stage fright for the longest. So that's why like I don't sing in front of like audiences or public places like that.
Sing a song right now.
Oh, for sure.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, for sure.
I'll do it right now.
For sure. I'll do it right now.
But like a random day, like 5 days later, because I didn't think they were ever gonna call back, and I was so heartbroken. I was like, dang, I missed my shot. But then they called me randomly, and they were like, oh yeah, this is I forgot what her name was, from Tengo Talento, calling you to see if you want to go forward with your audition because you made it. And I was like, oh snap. I was like, okay. And she was asking a bunch of questions like, what made you want to audition? Why do you want to come on the show? Why did you start singing? And I like told her pretty much like everything because I used to sing when I was younger. I was singing like in talent shows and stuff like that, and I would dance too. But then like over the years I stopped doing it. I got major stage fright afterwards, so like I can't sing like I used to when I was younger for some reason.
Did you just got like stage fright out of nowhere or
Yeah,
like something
out
happened?
of nowhere, like I guess it was that time period where I just stopped singing or performing. So when I did it again, I had like the biggest stage fright.
Like you were like rusty.
Yeah, pretty much. Like for my final project for theater in senior year, it was to perform in front of everyone, and I cussed because I forgot the lyrics, and then I started shaking.
She said, "Fuck."
Motherfucker.
It started, and I was like, oh fuck, like in front of everyone. And everyone just like dead silent was like.
If I was there, I would have been like, damn, that was hard. That was the best performance. I feel like everybody would clap it up.
It was so embarrassing. I lost 5 points because of that, but I still
Bruh.
passed. But that's when I realized I had stage fright, and I was like, dang, I can't do this. But then like my New Year's resolution this year was like I have to do like what I want to do. Like I had to audition for that because I want to, and I did it. And then after that, I went on the show. It was like 2 different days, one for filming like your intro and stuff like that. And they asked me about like all my army stuff. Like they built my intro like around the army, and then they were like, why did you get in the army? Like, why is it that you want to do this and you're in the army? Like all types of, like they asked me if I was getting shipped to Russia because at that time it was like that whole drama going on. I was like, no, fortunately, like I don't deploy, I stay here. So in case like unless the drama comes over here, then that's when we're kind of like, oh, we have to step in.
Yeah.
She said, like, "Let me step in real quick."
It's like, I got to hold this for a second. I got to go.
She said, "Hold my mic."
When I got on the show, that's when my nerves kicked in because I was like, before that I was like, I'm chilling, like I'm cool as a cucumber, like I got this. And then like even before like going on stage, like everyone next to me, like the guy next to me, like his leg kept bouncing. And I was like, are you nervous? He was like, yeah. Okay.
I'm about to throw up right now.
It was like, I was like, dang, like why y'all nervous? I'm like, I'm chilling. Like, I got this.
Wish could be me. You can't be me. I can't relate.
Literally, I was like, oh well, like stay safe, like
Stay safe.
Once I got on stage is when like I just like my mouth went dry, my heart dropped.
Damn.
I was like shaking, but I was trying not to shake. And then they started asking me questions, but I couldn't really hear them because it was, I don't know, like I just couldn't hear them when I was on stage. And so I'm over here like making faces like, what? Like, I can't hear you and stuff like that. And I was like, this is gonna look so embarrassing on TV. And then I performed my song, which I was performing like that whole morning. But when it came to it, because I was nervous, like I lost air from when I was singing. So like what's it called, like the notes I had to hold on for long, I would like cut it halfway. And then that's what they told me too. They were like, yeah, you didn't sing it till the end. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of because I ran out of air. I was like, yeah, no, literally I'd be like, before like my note, I'd be like and then sing it, but it still wasn't enough because I was nervous. That was like my first time performing on TV and like in front of like the judges too, and it's not just any judge. It's like you know, like big people, and especially like the one I was most afraid was Pepe Garza, because like, you know, like the feedback he gives back and stuff like that. That's what my parents were telling me too. Like, oh, what if he tells you something like you don't want to hear? And I'm like, I don't give a big like what can you say? But after that, like, I didn't even realize while I was singing is that they hit the button, the one that was like "fuera," and I was like,
Who was it?
It was first Pepe Garza, and then it was Don Cheto. That's
why.
Dickheads.
That's why I was like, dang, Don Cheto. Like, I had hope. Like, I thought we had.
You did me dirty
something.
like that.
No,
Come on.
For sure. I'm never listening to your radio ever.
As soon as you started singing, he was just like,
no,
right.
it was the last note because it's a falset or whatever it's called, like a mariachi type note. And because the same reason, like, I just ran out of air because I was super nervous, he told me, like, the reason why I did it is because you didn't hold it for long enough and you started, like, halfway. And I was like, oh, snap. Like,
he's right. I can't even complain.
I was like, he's lucky right, but I'm not going to admit that. Like,
You're wrong.
Nah. Haters.
No. You're wrong.
What song were you singing?
I sang Cielo Rojo by...
You don't even know the person there? Oh, no wonder you got eliminated.
Because there's different versions to it of who sings it. So I sing like a lower version of it because the original singer is Flor Silvestre and she sings it high. I can't sing high. And so then that's why, like, also the song I sang, it wasn't her tone. And that kind of messed me up because I didn't realize that until before I was going to go on stage, because I had rehearsed it this long with my like tone of voice only to like find out that it was a lot higher. And I was like, this is going to mess me up. But then like I still went and I was like, okay, let me make the most of it. Like, I got this. I didn't got it. I didn't get it.
You're just like, all right.
I didn't get it. And then you have the option to go in this like big ass like tube type thing. I don't know if you guys like have seen this show. Where like you still have an option because you needed, now this season you needed 5 passes when like every other season you needed 4. And so I had 3. I needed 1 more to pass. Just 1 more because everyone else gave me a pass. Just those 2 didn't give me a pass. So like I guess it was up to whoever was viewing to decide if I passed on to the next round or whatever. And the guy before me was in the same situation as me and he passed. And like I was like, okay, if he can do it, I can do it.
Was it the guy that was bouncing his feet?
No. Oh wait, no. Yeah, it was a guy. It was a guy before him because the guy before me was rapping. He was like trap music type, and they didn't like that, so they just sent him out.
They're like, oh hell no, get pushed that button
you
right
rapping?
now. What are you rapping about?
No, I didn't even remember. I was like, I don't even remember.
Bad Bunny.
Oh, he started singing a Bad Bunny song. That'd be so funny.
I would have never, ever pushed that button if you sang Bad Bunny, honestly.
So it was that process of like, because after that, like when you're in the huge tube, they go into commercials. So like my anxiety was building up because I don't know if I'm going to pass or not until after commercials. And I was like in the tube like, dang, if I don't pass, it's going to be really embarrassing because now everyone, I didn't tell everyone, but I told like my closest friends and my family. And then my family started telling my other family. So it was like...
It was going around.
It was going around, yeah. So that's kind of embarrassing if I don't make it past the first round, you know? And so I was like, if the other guy before me passed into this and didn't get slimed, I won't get slimed either. Because you get slimed if you don't pass.
Oh, shit.
Slime. Green slime, like Kids' Choice Awards type, like green slime. And so it came back from commercials. And what they do is they offer you money to not get slimed or in case you don't make it. And so Luis Coronel is the host, right? And he was like, Kimberly, like, will you take $100 to just leave and come back some other time so you don't get slimed? And I was like, nah, I got this. Like, me so confident. I was like, nah, like, keep your money. I don't need it. I was like, I got this. And then he was like, what about $200? And then Don Cheto was like, Kimberly, take the money, like, leave. And I was like, no, like, I'm not going to listen to you no more.
Don't Cheto.
I would have been like, make it 5. Make it 5 and I'll leave this bitch right now.
500 right now and I'll fucking leave. You 200 is too low, pussy.
No, they offered me 600.
Oh. Even
Why didn't you
more.
leave? You're
No.
fucking crazy. I would have left. I would have fucking
No.
left.
I would have went back.
600? Push up.
Say less, bro. You got something, nothing more.
No, the whole reason I stayed was because I was so confident I was gonna stay. I was like, no, I'm not gonna take the money because what if I do end up staying? And then I left to take the money. And I was like, no. I was like, keep the money. They're like, buy yourself new boots because I was wearing like my boots I used to dance with.
They're
And
saying
like,
to buy your
yeah, I was like, what did you guys say about my boots? Like, what's wrong with my boots? And then he was like, Kimberly, take the money and just take it. And I was like, no. I was like, I don't need boots. I'm fine with the ones I have right now. Like, me being stubborn, I was like, no. And then, like, towards the end, they were like, okay, right now we find out if Kimberly makes it to the next round or not. And then I'm over here, like, waiting, you know, because they put, like, the sound effects and everything, like, the dun, 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 dun. And I'm like,
Oh, so actually,
snap.
it's
Like,
in the studio when they do that?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought it was only like editing.
No, like, it's actually.
That's
like,
nerve wracking.
I know. No, I know.
I would have been like, my stomach hurting. Hold on.
I can't do this. I can't do this.
I was in there literally like just looking down like, oh, it's like so many thoughts going through my head, but I was like, nah, like don't even worry about it. Like I got this. And then I hear him saying, Kimberly, no pasa la segunda ronda. And I was like, fuck. And all I feel is the slime come on top of me. I was like, my hair, like I spent so much time on my hair and then like my clothes, my boots, everything like slime. It took like 3 days to get that slime out of my hair.
Damn.
Like, that's how bad it was because it turned into like little like debris or whatever it's called.
Damn,
like little
yeah.
tiny
Did it smell or no?
It didn't smell, no. That's the good part, but
How did it taste? Did it get
You still got the boots though?
no. Oh heck yeah, I got the boots. I'm on
She
a
like, I
budget.
get them boots, the
I
fuck.
watched them.
She scrubbed them nice.
I scrubbed them, yeah.
I probably would have tasted. I'd be like, all right,
What is
all
that?
right, all right.
This was weird.
No.
It's what's it called? Edible. It's edible.
Oh heck, no, I didn't think to taste.
And-
Next time.
Yeah,
Next
like-
time, for sure.
How did you feel like after? Did like, I don't want to be like rude, but did you cry?
Yeah,
No,
were you like
okay, see,
embarrassed?
I was embarrassed, but I didn't cry because I remember like while I was rinsing myself, I was like while I watched the like slime like kind of like go through the little like
Oh, the
you know,
drain and all that.
the drain. I was like, damn, this is really embarrassing. I was like, how am I gonna explain this? And I was like, fuck, it's gonna air. I was like, now everyone's gonna see.
Fuck.
She was like, damn, I really was on
She
TV.
said
like-
she was and everything.
She's like,
I was
fuck,
like,
I should have taken that
damn.
money.
I was like,
I
no,
should
I
have
still
taken
got
that
paid afterwards.
How
Oh,
much?
that's what I was gonna.
600. Like they still paid me for it.
Oh,
So they're like,
bro.
here, like since you didn't make it, like take
Damn,
the money.
like,
But
I
they,
was
I would have done that shit too. Then if I get paid,
Oh, yeah, for
why
sure.
not?
so either way, if you made it or not, they would pay you still.
No, because if I would have made it, then I wouldn't have had to gone through the process of like getting bribed to leave. Pretty
Ah,
much, like
okay.
yeah. But it was kind of embarrassing.
Oh yeah, have you ever been like drunk or like ever had a hangover or ever
Like
been
shit
like
face?
shit face?
Are you allowed to say this, though? Like, are you okay with this being
as long
online?
as my mom don't see it, I'm cool.
Sorry, Mom.
Tell us a story. How did it happen? What built up to that moment?
So I had gone to Six Flags that day and I got invited to a kickback. And this was right after I came back from my deployment training. And I wasn't like drinking or anything. I was like new to it. So I didn't know anything about mixing drinks or any of that. Like no one had told me anything. And so I went to a kickback and then there were like drinks, right? And they kept offering me and I was like, nah, I'm good. But they're like, come on, try it. And I was like, all right, fuck it. Like, fuck it. Like, it doesn't take a lot to convince me. So I was like, all right, fuck it. So I don't even remember what I took. But all I remember is that I was throwing up. And then I passed out. Like,
Oh,
walking
you
to the
passed
door.
out?
I passed out walking to the door. All I remember is I was walking towards the door, and then like
she went.
passed out.
She said, "I'll see you guys
So
later."
literally,
On her doorstep.
next thing I remember is I was like on my way home in the car, and I felt like throwing up. I hate hangovers. That's
Yeah.
the only thing. Like,
What did your parents say when you got home?
They didn't find out because I'm slick with it. So.
Okay.
What would happen if your
Okay.
parents did find out? That face right there says it all.
Yeah, like I'm just kidding.
You have strict parents?
I do. Strict Mexican parents,
Yeah.
old school.
Yeah,
Hell
same
yeah.
here.
Same here.
Same
I
here.
think everybody has strict Mexican parents. But like when you passed out, did you hit your head or anything?
I don't even remember.
You don't remember
Honestly,
anything.
No, that's the worst part about like when I drink, or at least when I drink heavy, like when I get super drunk, because I've only like passed out or like thrown up once, because like I get drunk, but like I don't feel it till the morning after like a hangover. But like when I get drunk, I don't remember anything, not until the next day when someone's like I tend to throw myself into stuff. So the last time I got drunk was at a party bus. And then I thought I was chilling, you know, like I was like, I'm cool, like I'm drunk, but like they can't tell, you know. But the next day they're like, you threw yourself into a bush like twice, and I was like,
Whoa, what?
I was like, what do you
know,
mean?
George Bush.
No, literally.
She threw herself in
I
though.
threw myself into a bush, and I was like, what? I was like, low-key, I think I do remember that, because I was like, this bush looks really comfortable, and then I remember just like talking to myself.
She got out. She's like, it ain't bush. It's just fucking
was-
sticks.
no, but-
Bunch
oh
of
my
fucking
God.
sticks that just scratched me. Damn.
Cactus?
You like going to the clubs a lot?
I love going to clubs.
What clubs do you go to?
The one I go to mostly, it's an 80s like goth club.
What's
Yeah,
like
man.
the weirdest thing you ever seen in the club?
Oh snap.
She's like, I don't even know.
I don't remember. I was blacked out.
No, literally. Well, I'm trying to remember. Oh, I was going into a fight with someone in the club.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Fuck.
What happened?
And I'm not a fighter because I don't know how to fight. So if I'm fighting, I'm going to lose that fight. You know, like I
Damn.
can't throw hands.
Was it a chick?
Yes, it was. It
Oh.
was a chick.
What
Was
was
she-
the
Whoa.
reason?
Because
What was the
She
reason?
said she just looked at me some type of way. And
nah, like if it's like that, I don't even mind because like I wear contacts, so like half the time I can't see. Like if you
Oh, you're like this?
I'm like this. Like if you look at me wrong, I probably won't even notice. But what like my biggest pet peeve at the club is when people don't say excuse me while
Oh,
they're
yeah, huh.
walking past you.
Mm.
So there was this one girl and her mans that were like next to me, right? And they had already passed by me and like kind of pushed me when they were walking by. And so what I do, I'm kind of just like, what the what? Like, all right, I'll let it slide this time, but next time, like, say excuse me or something, you know? And so she had come by again, and then this time she had like pushed me from like I was like facing like this way while she was behind me, and she like pushed me to get to where she wanted to be. And
so you
then
kind of went like,
I pushed her
like that?
back.
oh, you went.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I
you
pushed
guys
her
like.
back. I literally went like this, and I pushed her back. And then she was trying to say something, but I couldn't hear it because my friends were like, "No, relax."
Oh shit!
And then
So,
I was like,
shit popped up real fast. Huh?
no, yeah, because like that's my biggest pet peeve. Like if you don't say excuse me, and if you push me, once you put your
Yeah.
hands on me, I'm like, you know, like it goes black.
Damn.
But then I was like, okay, let me calm down because I actually don't know how to fight. I was like, I'm
She was like, I'm about to get beat up right now, but the bitch pushed me first.
But that's probably the craziest thing there's probably crazier. I just don't remember it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But
What's like the most toxic thing you've ever done in your life?
the most toxic?
Mhm.
That's a good question.
Push
Wait,
somebody,
wait,
push
first
somebody in the
question,
club.
First thing, do you consider yourself toxic?
No.
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 No. Wait, what do you guys consider toxic? So you can like let me see like if we
Mhm.
could, like
Let's see. What I consider toxic is like a girl going like too far, like passing the limit.
what's too far.
What's
That's-
passing the limit, bro?
that's
That makes
like-
no
that's-
fucking sense.
Hey,
Like,
Come on,
relax,
bro.
relax.
Like
You like
why y'all
gaslighting?
coming at
Love
me?
it?
Gaslighting?
I
Yeah, you do.
Ah.
She's toxic. She's toxic.
Hey,
We
that-
caught
She
her.
said that's my best thing to do.
That I would admit, but I feel like I'm not even gonna blame that on my zodiac sign because you know like Pisces are manipulative, you know.
Yeah.
But like sometimes like
I'll be playing the victim, you know.
I be playing the fuck out of a victim. Like if one thing I don't do, which is a bad habit, I'm working on it, is I don't admit that I'm wrong. So I'd rather blame it on other stuff, and it's something my parents have called out, my ex-boyfriend called out, like everyone.
Mm.
Like if I get caught for something, which it wouldn't be a bad thing, but let's say like I lied about something, I wouldn't be like, yeah, you know, I'm sorry for lying. I'd be like, no, well, I did it because of this, you know.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I get you.
But
Like you killed somebody? No, I didn't. That wasn't me.
no, I'd
Like,
be like, well, he
She'll like
looked
blame
at
me on my
bad.
zodiac
Yeah,
sign.
nah.
He hurt my feelings.
That's my defense, Your Honor. She's a Pisces.
She's a Pisces, yeah.
She's like, oh,
Pisces.
let her go.
No. Toxic like that, no. Like I consider toxic, like at least from what I've seen in other relationships, is when like I knew this one guy whose girlfriend would get mad at him for when a girl would follow him on Instagram. Like I
Oh.
find that kind of dumb.
Yeah,
You
that's
just have
kind of
no
that's
control
kind of
over
being
that.
immature already. That's not trusting.
Why those faces?
Nothing.
You going through it, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm
Do you guys
Nah,
have
nah,
a problem
nah,
with that? Like if like
No, I don't.
honestly, I like.
my girl minds though.
Yeah,
I get
know
a
your
lot
girl
of. I
minds.
get a lot of girl followers.
yeah.
I feel like, oh, why they following you? I'm like, they just follow me. I don't know why.
Like, I don't understand how girls would get mad. Like, if
Like you have control over
you
that.
have no control. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. But
You just gotta be mature and be
it's
like,
a
oh.
different thing if you're like talking to them,
Yeah.
messaging, responding, because you know how like in pictures it says like liked by this person.
Yeah.
That's when I have a problem with it.
Just like,
What do you
ah.
consider cheating?
What do I consider cheating? That's a great question.
that is a great question.
What do you consider cheating?
I consider cheating entertaining someone else. So by that I mean I don't care if there's no physical touch, because obviously that's cheating. That's like the number
Yeah.
one thing for
Mhm.
cheating. But if you're telling her certain stuff that you're only supposed to be telling me, I'm over here thinking like, oh, I have nothing to worry about. You know, like me, like I don't care in the world. And then I find out you're telling her all types of stuff, like same thing you tell me.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me,
Ah.
who's that girlfriend?
what if I'm like nice ass homie. Like, is that considered?
Okay, that's one thing. Like, there's a difference between nice and flirty.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, that was
Those are two
nice.
different
I
things.
don't know. I was trying to be funny.
No, like, I
Sorry.
get what you mean, because that was my biggest issue, I guess, because I'm a friendly person.
Mhm.
But I guess for some people,
That's
it
what
comes off
Pisces
as
are, though.
flirty. That's
Pisces
fine.
are
I
friendly.
blame it on my zodiac. Like, that's not me.
That's me too.
That's
I
not
can't
my
blame you.
problem. Like,
You just
Don't
gotta
talk
be
about
nice.
respect.
You could just be like, oh, you look amazing, and then they'll be like, what did you call him? I'm just complimenting
no,
here.
literally, like I like to talk to people. I like to get along with people. I don't like to be a bitch. Like when someone like says hi, this is not my like. Don't talk to me. I have a
That-
boyfriend. The fuck. Like,
Yeah.
That's how I am.
That's how
like,
you are. Don't talk to me. I have a girlfriend.
No.
Oh.
I was about to be like, what?
Let's say like I talk to there's like the cashier.
Yeah.
She'll be like, oh, how's your day going? Oh, I'll talk to
Good.
her.
How was yours?
And my
Yeah.
girl's like, why
Why do
you
you
flirting
care?
with her? Why you flirting with her? Like, no, I'm chilling. Like,
He's just like, oh,
It's
my.
conversation.
I don't like
you
the
know?
way she said hi to you.
like, no, she's trying to get at you. Like, she's looking you up and down. Like,
Yeah,
no,
she
calm
wants to
down.
The lady's like 40 years old. You're just like, what? It's an old lady.
What do you guys think about that? Jealousy and toxicness. Is that the same thing?
No, I don't think it's the same thing.
I'm not to an extent, because I'm totally fine with a guy having girls that are friends. Girlfriends, yeah. Friends that are girls, not girlfriends.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but
What's
because
friend
with
girl?
me, like
Yeah.
I'm friends with guys, but I don't see them as like, you know, like, oh, this is potentially someone I could like hook up with, you know? Like I see everyone as friends.
Mhm.
Girls or guys regardless, I see them as friends. And I feel like everyone should, you know, like girls and guys are friends. Like I don't see anything wrong with that. But me jealous, like to an extent, like if I see a girl commenting an engagement ring in your pictures, obviously I have a problem with that. Like what the fuck is she commenting?
Oh, wow.
Relax.
And she
said-
talked there. She did the whole head
No,
movement and
yeah.
She
everything.
was shaking, bro.
She
She
was
was
shaking
trembling.
it.
No, like I'm telling you PTSD. Like that's
I feel like that
where
already
I'm
happened to you.
jealous. It did. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
PTSD.
That got personal.
I
that-
get you.
I find that like jealous with good reason, because
Yeah.
I'm like, why is she saying that? But to be like, if someone says like, how's your day? And you're like, oh, okay, like good. How was yours?
Yeah.
I wouldn't find a problem with that, because I like someone that's friendly, not like a bitch, you know, to be
Yeah.
like,
Or
don't talk
rude.
to me. I have a girlfriend. Like, nah, you're allowed to have friends. You're allowed to be nice, you know.
Yeah.
But jealous like that, no, because I feel like if you're entertaining someone else in that way where like you have to be jealous, she can have you. I'm not gonna fight over someone like that. Like I've never been someone to like fight over someone. Like if he's gonna do something, go off and do it, but
By all
leave me
means,
out of
don't.
it. Yeah.
You don't
By all
chase.
means.
I don't chase.
They come to
I
you.
attract.
That was hard. That was hard. That was hard.
That was lit.
Yeah.
What's like one of the most embarrassing high school moments you ever had?
I tried. Someone tried to beat me up because it
So
was over some dumb.
You got
petty
pressed?
shit. Pretty much, yeah. But it's always the
Damn.
girls at the big ass bun, like getting ready to like throw hands.
Let me
Mind
find out.
you-
Are they the white girls that try to act black?
Pretty much.
Oh my
Mm.
But
god.
it
The hot
was
Cheeto
like
girls.
The hot
That's-
Cheeto girls. Yeah, it was a hot
The
Cheeto
ones that are a
girl.
little too loud in the morning.
No, yes, the ones that are like best friend. This
Some of that moved the head movement.
I can't. No, literally.
They-
trying to know you ain't talking shit.
So we were all friends like at a time, but like you know how like just high school stuff happens and stuff, and we were all friends at a time. Like what was it, sophomore year, and then junior year came around, and we all started kind of distancing ourselves. So I didn't find an issue with that, because you know friends come and go, you kind of distance yourselves. And so there was like 4 of us in the group. One of them, that one, the one that wanted to press me. This is important information, so like keep that in mind. She moved away to the school next to us for some reason, I don't know. And so there was 3 of us, and so the third one's kind of felt left out for some reason. And then she went and randomly started hanging out with random people, and we were like, okay, that's fine. Like we're not gonna force her to be like hang out with us, because we were like your only friends. You know, if you want to hang out with other people, like I said, I don't chase. So I didn't have an issue with that until she started talking shit with her new friends that I found out about, because
The one that separated.
the
Not
one from
that moved.
separated, yes,
Okay.
because like what do you gotta be talking shit for? Like this is high school shit. But since we're in high school, we're about to, you know, like
Bro, she
we
gets
gonna get
deep
in
into
it.
them, bro.
we did it, yeah. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. Like I like to go in like
No,
in
we
detail.
like that. We like that.
Yeah,
Keep
okay,
going.
okay. But she, I don't know, she started being like, I don't even know, like she switched up completely. And so then afterwards, we all stopped talking, and then the one that moved away stopped talking to me and the other one, because she was like, me and her were like best friends since freshman year. And so they kind of grouped up together, and then had something against us for no reason, literally just for no reason. Like she would tell one of our friends like, oh, tell her I want my shirt back. Why can't you tell us like directly? There's no beef. Like why tell this person to tell us? Like why go through that extra trouble? I don't know. It's just stuff I analyze, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's the point? And so I was supposed to be in the one who moved away, her her quinceañera or sweet 16. It was one of those, and I was supposed to be a dama. And so when we all went, this was before all that happened. We all went to go see dama dresses, and we put out a deposit, but neither of us had cash, so her mom paid for our deposit. And so months after that, when we stopped talking all that, one day after school, I was by my lockers. And then I was with my friend. I'm not going to name him because, you know, like, I don't want to name nobody. Like,
Give him a fake name.
I don't want this coming back to me, you know, and then be like, you know. Like,
yeah.
I'll name him.
Let's name him Bob.
Bob, okay.
Let's name him Bob.
Yeah, okay.
Respectful.
Me and Bob were at my lockers, and then the way I would go home, like, every day was, like, in the middle of the school, which is, like, the quad.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was open. Like, anyone could see anything. And so we were walking the way I usually do always at home. And then I hear someone behind me say, "Hey, Kim." But I didn't think anything of it, so I just kept walking. And she's like, "Kim, I know you hear me." And I was like, "What the fuck calling me?" And so I look, and it was her and two of her other friends. One of them was the girl that stopped talking to us, and another one was a guy I was actually friends with also that stopped talking to the same thing. Like, I don't know why they do that. Like, they just start beef out of nowhere. And so I was like, yeah, no. And then I just kept walking. And she's like, "Don't walk away from me." And I was like, the fuck? I was like, I'm going to keep walking.
I'm going home.
And
I'm a run this time, though.
That's why. Mind you,
Keep
I'm not
walking.
a fighter. I weighed like 90 pounds at the time. I was wearing a dress, not a dress, but a skirt, because I was really into fashion in high school.
Okay.
And so obviously if I was going to rumble, you were going to see like stuff you shouldn't see. So I was like, what do I gain from pulling hair and rolling on the floor? I was like, I'm not going to do that. And so I was walking, and then she was like, "You owe me $20." And I was like, what the fuck? I was like,
Fuck you mean?
I was like, what are you talking about?
Freshman year, you owe me those $20.
I'll tell you later. I'm going home.
Yeah, it was because of that dress from months ago, because I thought I was still friends with her at that time, but then I saw on Snap that they were all taking pictures for her Sweet 16 and no one had told me. And so that's where I cut her off and I blocked her and everything. I was like, how are you going to make me pay for a dress and then take pictures without me? And I was like, okay, there wasn't beef before, but now there's beef. And so I blocked and whatever. And so that's what she was like claiming. She's like, "You owe me $20 from the dress, this and that." I was like, are you that broke that you have to ask me for $20? I was like, you literally go to a different school and you're coming to press me about some shit. And she's like, "You're going to give me those $20 right now," like doing her hand movements and shit, like ghetto bitches, you know?
Yeah.
And she was like, "You need to give me those $20 right now," like this and that. I was like, "I'm not giving you $20. And she's like, "All right then," and she started putting her up in a bun. And then my friend
shit.
Bob was with me too, and he was like, "What the fuck is going on?" I was like, "I don't know, like where did this come from? Like, this is a random Tuesday, like after school, like I'm trying to go
Tuesday
home."
after school.
And then she
Bob
was
was like, You ready or what?
no, literally, I was like, "Oh, it's okay. I got Bob. He can protect me if anything." He's gonna be like, "Nah, like leave her alone," you know. That didn't happen. So
Bob was like, "Hurry up!"
Bob was like, "You got this."
Bob was getting you ready.
He
You
just
put Vaseline on
literally
your
just
eyebrows.
stepped aside. He stepped aside, like I guess like he didn't want to get in the middle of it.
Bob was giving you
You still
advice.
talk to him?
I still talk
Bob?
to him, yeah. I'm so
Oh,
close.
okay.
He was always like my close friend. If something happens, like he's here. And then we were in the middle of the quad where like the dean's office is at. So I was like, if anything
shit.
were to happen, like it's not gonna happen because we have people or whatever. And so then she like, I forgot what she said. Oh, she's like, "I'm gonna beat your ass, this and this and that." And I was like, "You're gonna hit me?" And then she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna beat your ass, this and that." And I was like, "Okay." And then she like bops my head, like she goes like this to my head, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like,
"I can't swing."
I was like,
You're
I can't,
seeing
I was
red,
like, what do I
huh?
do? No, dead. I was like, I've never been that angry before in my life. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, she did as just hit me right now. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, in a moment of shock because I was like, if I swing, I'm gonna lose. Like I already know I'm gonna lose this fight. Like what's the point? But then I can't let her like hit me either. And so then after that, like I just walked away. I walked away and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna give her that satisfaction.
That's
and
right.
plus I can't fight. So
That's
I was
right.
Like,
Plus
I'm
I
gonna
can't.
lose.
Yeah.
And so then after that, I just walked away, and she was still saying shit. So she's like, "Ugly ass bitch, this and that." I was like, "Shut the fuck up. That's why you go to continuation school. Like this is not like me trying to like get under her skin. 'Cause she was getting under mine. Nothing wrong with continuation school, you know. Like progress is still progress. But like I was trying to say something to get to her,
Progress
you know.
is so
I
progress.
bet she
This is
was.
the
I bet she was
progress.
like, "Oh my god, I'm going to kiss." I bet she felt so hurt.
And she was like, "Dumb bitch, like ugly ass bitch." I was like, "Shut the fuck up." I was like, "I ain't ugly." I was like, "Now you just saying, now you just talking shit."
Now
I was
she's
just
making
like,
up
"Fuck?"
shit. Yeah,
I
now
was
she's just
making
saying
up
stuff.
shit. And so then I just walked away. Like I was trying to keep my cool because she just hit me right. I didn't want to like do anything in front of her. But once I got to like the next hall in the high school, I broke down. I had a panic attack.
She was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna catch you next time."
I was like, "Fuck you, bitch."
My God. Thank God. I didn't fight.
She's like, she starts calling her mom,
She's
picking up
in the
her.
corner.
I literally called my mom when I said
Come
that, I
on.
was like, because my mom was supposed to be there. Like, if she was there on time, that wouldn't have happened.
yeah.
And I was like, "Amá, ¿dónde estás?"
Where
And
you
she was
at?
like,
Por tu
"Why?"
culpa apenas.
Bob comes around the corner like, you did good. Why you crying? He's
No,
like, "Why you crying?"
literally, he was just trying to calm me down. I was like, "Where the fuck were you?" I was like, "Why didn't you like do something or say something?" He's like, "I don't want to get in the middle of it." I was like, "All right, like, I just like."
He was like, respectfully, no, I'm not hugging you.
Respectfully, no.
For
And
sure.
I was like, that was the only time. And then after that, I was pissed because I was like, she can come by anytime and actually beat my ass or something.
Yeah.
And so I went to my dean. And then at that time, like, my high school boyfriend, like, his mom was like, "Oh, do you want to get a restraining order on her?" And I was like, that's kind of like a pussy move, like, getting a restraining order. Like, it doesn't have to go that far.
Yeah.
She just
I was
bopped
like-
my head.
I was like,
That's
it's
it.
not that bad.
I'll just pay her $20.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it'll be
She
over.
want-
Fuck
she
that.
really want those
can-
20
She can
bucks.
find $20 on the floor. I ain't gonna give it to her. The fuck, like, stay broke. I'm not gonna give her that money. She hits me and then she gets money from me. What the fuck?
Art.
Nah.
She went on her head.
She gives you the money. That'd be funny.
But that was the only time that someone tried to jump me at school. And let me tell you, like, that girl, I'm not gonna call her name, but she was scary. So I
Yeah.
didn't want
How-
to fight. I knew I
How
was
is she
gonna lose.
now? How is she now?
I wouldn't know because I don't pay attention to any of those people. I don't give a fuck.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
She said, "I'm up on TikTok."
He said, "I'm up, you not."
I got slime. I got slime on TV. She don't know anything.
No,
She gonna know
literally.
shit.
What's the worst date you
What
ever
was
been
the
on?
worst date? I was talking to someone a while ago, and dang, I
Recent
feel bad
or
talking about
like
it
a
'cause
while ago?
If he watches this, he's gonna be like, "Damn, I
He's
didn't know."
gonna be
it was
like, damn, I need to
I
change up my
Cause
game.
like
He said, I thought it was good.
I know, exactly. I'm gonna be like, "Oh my god!" And he had invited me out to go roller skating, and I like roller skating. Like, I'm down for roller skating, but
we love roller skating. It's
I
fun.
like
Roller
roller
skating's
skating.
a vibe.
Yeah, but okay, wait. Can I ask something before like I say something
Uh-huh.
because I feel like it's not controversial, but it's kind of like a good question. Like, do you guys think you should pay on the first date?
Yeah.
Yes.
Me
Definitely.
personally, yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. You have to.
Especially if he's the one that asked you out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Some
okay.
wait, but some
But either
people,
way, you still got to
some
pay.
people feel like whoever asked the person on the date,
has to
should
pay.
pay.
Yeah.
but there's also some guys that say like, "Oh, we should go 50-50." So
Yeah,
it's not like the
exactly.
talking stage.
So I'm 50-50. Like, if you pay for the meal or if you pay for roller skates, I'll pay for like the meal or dessert or whatever. Like, I'm like that. But we went roller skating, and the day before he's like, "Oh, we should get the tickets before they sell out." And I was like, "Okay, like, am I gonna buy my own ticket?" Like, I was kind of like, "Okay," but then I'm like, "Okay, maybe he's like struggling or something." Like, I don't mind
Mhm.
paying for myself, and so I paid for myself. And then we went roller skating. And usually when you go roller skating or on a date with someone, you like spend time with them, right? Like, you
Mhm.
teach them how to roller skate. I was by myself struggling while this man was doing laps around the fucking roller skates.
that's some shit Junior would do.
He's laughing back there.
I was literally like struggling, like trying to figure out. And he was like, I was really by myself.
He was like, "You got it."
Pass by you. On your left. You're doing good.
Like
No,
you
like,
fall,
he
you
wouldn't
fall.
even
He
check
goes.
up on me. He wouldn't check up on me. You just do laps around me and just like no point of contact at all. And I was
I
like,
could just picture you
okay.
falling. You be like, "Oh shit!" You just like,
You fall on the ground. He's like, "You okay?" He's like, "Yeah, we'll do better." And
That's
he's
like, "Damn, that's crazy."
He's just like, "Yo, what?"
No, literally. Maybe we'll go out to eat afterwards. And we did. We went to In-N-Out. And he ordered before me and then paid for himself.
Ooh.
And then I was like, okay, that's fine
Girls
too,
go
I
first
guess.
and then-
He's like, "What you
You
about to
pay
do?"
for the girl. Come on, man. You pay for the girl's
That's
meal.
why, but like I started overthinking it and I was like, well, maybe it's like he doesn't have money, so I understand. Like, I don't want to bring it up. Like, I'll just pay for myself. I don't mind. And then we were talking in his car, like getting to know each other kind of. And then we were talking about like, what do you like think about relationships and stuff and that. And I was like, oh, well, I haven't been in a relationship since like 3 years ago. He's like, really? Like, at this time, it was like January that we were like not talking, but like on the date. And he was like, really? Like, my last one ended in December. And I was like, December? It's just January. So like December what? And then he was like, oh, like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, oh, hell no. Like, now I know why he's not paying for me.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
I
but
get
why
it.
ask me out on a date? Why entertain this if you don't like what? Like, I don't like being someone to like distract yourself from. Like, if it's not serious, don't talk to me. He was in a band, so he plays drums for a band, right?
Oh.
And so the next day after that, he had invited me to the show. I drove myself to the show. I understood, like, okay, he has to be there early. I ended up getting there before him. So I was like, okay, it's just little stuff where I'm like, maybe I'm tripping about it, you
That shit
know?
was like a bad day.
Yeah,
It was
a
that's a
horrible
bad
pretty
day.
I
bad.
went home and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what? I was
This
just
guy's
like,
tripping.
Did he
no,
text you
literally.
afterward?
No, like I had to. Well, like I said, like I'm always like, oh, thank you so much for inviting me, even if I don't have a good time. Like, thank you so much for inviting me. You know, like get home safe. And then he was like, yeah, whatever. Like I didn't even remember what he said 'cause I was pissed off. I was
He
like,
was
what the
like,
fuck? I just lost
yeah,
like
good night.
He said, for sure.
literally.
Asked, with
I
the
was
period.
mad. And then the next day he had a show and he invited me to it and I was like, okay, like I'm down to go to the show, you know, me like all excited. And then I get there and he does not talk to me. And then there was like, I guess people from his job, like girl coworkers there, like to support him too. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And so after they performed, he comes up to me. He's like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go talk to my coworkers. And I was like, okay. Like,
Damn, he didn't even
like,
bring you or anything?
not even
Like,
introduce me like,
introduce
oh,
you.
this is my
Yeah.
friend Kim. Like, that's what I said. I was like, not even like, I was like, okay. And he was there for a while. I was really just by myself. I didn't know anyone there. So I was really like this the whole
That one
time.
game, like,
Pretending I was like
Dang.
doing stuff
Checking
on my
the weather.
phone. Literally,
Damn,
checking
Checking
the weather,
for
bro.
tomorrow.
checking my alarms. Like, I was doing all types of
It
stuff.
was pitch black and you're going like,
Literally. Like,
type in.
or
I was just
pretend
mad.
like you're on the phone.
I did, yeah. I ended up
Dude.
calling my friend. I was like, yo, this fucking sucks. I was like, pick me up. I was like, this is horrible.
That guy does not have gentleman etiquette. That's what he doesn't have, bro. Homie's a fucking. Come on, like how do you not introduce?
Yeah.
That's like number one. You have to introduce like the girl you invited to like your friends. You know.
That's why
Yeah.
I was like the whole time I was like, am I tripping?
I'm
Pay
so
for
surprised you're
myself?
going out with him still.
No,
I know.
yeah,
I
I
would have
was like-
left by then.
I had
Come on,
hope.
man.
I was like, maybe
Girls in
this
the valley are
time.
different,
Yeah.
Hey, relax,
Damn.
relax.
I don't know. A girl here, she would have been like, get the fuck out of here.
She would have posted on her
Fuck outta
spam.
here.
She would have been like, bro, I went out with the brokest guy ever. blah,
On
blah,
Twitter,
blah."
like fucking calling me out and shit. Like,
She
bro,
would've-
worst date ever.
She would have
Fuck this
exposed
guy.
us. Like, this guy don't ever go out with him ever again. That was so funny.
I told my friends the same story, and they're like, "What the fuck? Why'd you go out with him?" And I was like, "I don't know. Like, I had hope. Maybe this time was different, you know." It wasn't. And so we went to go eat afterwards with one of his bandmates, and then that's when he introduced me. He's like, "Oh yeah, this is my friend Kim," and his bandmate was making more comment with me than he was. That was my kind of like my
Damn.
breaking point.
Yeah,
I
you're
was
like,
how
I'm
do you
done.
not? He was
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, she's into all the stuff I'm into," and I was like, "You don't know what I'm in. You haven't asked me what I'm
Yeah.
into. Like just because we listen to like the same band and
Wrong
stuff,
girl.
like, yeah.
Huh?
God,
Wrong
I'm like,
girl.
wrong bitch. But
Oh, she does that shit too.
Dumb
Ah,
bitch.
Wrong
I do
bitch.
that. I do that.
Different
yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, wrong bitch. Like unless I forgot it or something.
Bro, I guarantee you, every girl says that. Wrong bitch.
Wrong bitch.
It's fun to say. Like even when
I
it's
thought you
not
said
the
dumb
wrong
bitch. I said it and now I feel like a dumbass. I said dumb bitch and I thought.
Cause like I be telling my girl like stuff that we like did. She was like wrong bitch. I was like, bro, I literally did it with you. What
Like,
you mean?
I have the proof right here. And she was like, you're right. I'm the right bitch.
How do I end
No,
it?
you should end it.
How do I do it? I forgot.
Thank you guys for watching the Kickback Crew podcast. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And of course, you want
You got
to
30 seconds. What do you want to say to the camera?
I'm just
promote
I'm
yourself.
bad under pressure. Last time I did this, I got slimed.
Go ahead.
Just thank you for having me here.
Of
The drive was
course.
worth it. I hope to come back soon.
Oh, yeah. You had a long drive.
A long drive,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. But
and
it's
a long
okay.
drive back.
It's okay. It's okay. Gas and all that. You know, money comes and goes, but memories are forever. You know.
Mhm.
But thank you
Exactly.
for having me on the show. I hope to come back soon. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok.
Yes, sir.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Let's
Wait,
clap
you
it
gonna
up.
start
Let's clap
doing
it
your YouTube videos?
And my YouTube channel, yes. Thank you for that.
Everybody
doing
subscribe
that.
to her. Everybody
Yeah.
Follow her
subscribe
on
to her.
Instagram, on TikTok, and subscribe to her on YouTube. There you go.
Yeah. Let's clap it up, guys. Let's clap it up.
Woo!